Yeah, walking simulators. What do you think? What do you think of them as a whole? Yeah, I know a lot of people consider are very contentious about them. A lot of people say they're not games. A lot of people like them. A lot of people hate them. What's your opinion on them?
To be honest, I've never really considered the topic that much. The problem that I have with walking simulators is that that I think there are something of a misnomer in terms of, video games, because I think there should be a separate. Oh,
Huh?
never mind what I was saying.
Continue.
So, I think I
Catherine?
think the main intention that comes from calling walking simulators video games is that is just I think it's a categorization conflict. Like, for example, I'm trying to think of something.
Just skip. Okay, so I don't have to. Okay, so I don't. Okay, I only see that happen. Oh sh. Okay. It was kind of weirding out my screen. I was just okay. Continue. I was trying to figure
So
out what was.
I don't think walking simulators should be considered video games. I think they should be considered their own separate category.
Simon, are you there? I'm hurt.
Hmm. Yeah. I can see that. Like, okay.
Simon, right here.
Huh? Oh, did you turn into a robot like Carl?
No, not you too. I was really hoping you were human.
Don't let the circuitry fool you. I was human once.
Can't take it anymore. Everything's fucked. I give up. There's nothing left.
Calm down. It's not the end of the world.
You sure? It sure as hell looks like it. For all I know, there's no one left except for me.
What do you mean? I'm right here.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I meant any humans left except for me.
Have you looked at yourself lately? You're a walking, talking diving suit with some electronics slapped on for good measure.
I don't.
You don't want to think about it? We'll start thinking about it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be this. I want out.
Before you do anything hasty, could you help me with something?
What?
I was trying to find out what happened with my project when that brute knocked me to the ground.
Your project? How could anything possibly matter when you know you're a stupid robot in a stupid dead world?
Okay, focus. I need you to fix me so I can get back to work. Then you can sulk as much as you want.
You gotta be kidding, right? I think I have a better chance of building myself a time machine than of putting you back together.
I just need to access the computer. Oh, is that an Omnitool you're carrying?
Oh, the door opener? I picked it up at Upsilon where I woke up.
That'll have to do. Plug it into the terminal.
Sure, whatever.
Okay.
When the Omnitool is loaded, just plug my Cortex chip into the tool.
What's a Cortex chip?
It will be obvious. I'll eject it for you. Just grab the chip and slide it into the Omnitool. Come on, I just need you to do this one thing for me.
Sure, whatever.
Lambda Terminal 27 activated.
The Omnitool is ready now. Should be easy enough. Just pick up the chip and slide it into the Omnitool.
There's a robot chip for the door opener.
It's standardized connection.
Catherine? Alright. Let's give this
Oh, there
a
it is.
try.
Custom Cortex chip found. Shutting down helper chain. Have a nice day.
Just pretty much anything will fit. Oh, this feels weird. I'm in the Omnitool? Thanks.
So, what's the project about?
My project.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, I saved all the people on the station as brain scans and put them into an artificial world. We were going to launch it into space to save it from, well, all of this.
Are you telling me that you were going to launch a computer world filled with people into space?
Yes. It was just a pet project at first, but it got really serious after the comet took out the surface. Then suddenly it became very important, and it was officially named the Ark.
That's appropriate. How far did you get?
I don't know, that version of me that I am. It came from a scan I did pretty early on. The living Catherine could very well have finished the project and launched it. I guess she could even still be alive. Weird thought.
So the talking robots, are they also scans you did?
They could be, but I doubt it. I'd expect much more sense if that was the case. All right, finally.
What's happening?
I managed to restore some data from the backup server. This should tell us everything we need.
Okay.
Oh. Could you do me a favor and run into the other room and have a look? I don't seem to be able to view the files in this condition. I need to know that the Ark is safe.
Sure, Kath.
Thanks. I'll unlock the door for you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so where I wanted to go
What
with...
was it you said before? You're from Toronto?
Yeah, I just went in for a brain scan and suddenly here I am.
That doesn't make any sense. How? Why would anyone bring a scan from Toronto?
I think that's strange. What if I tell you it was back in 2015?
Whoa.
Okay, so back where I was going with the walking simulators. Yeah, I think my main issue with walking simulators is the fact they're more akin to I consider them more akin to visual novels, because you don't really do anything besides experience the story, which is what visual novels are. It's just visual novel with extra steps. I do think they should be their own
Say
thing.
something?
Sorry, still trying to figure out how you got here.
Keep at it. I'd really like to know who thought sending a Canadian to the bottom of the sea was a good idea.
I do think it should be its own thing, but I do think that.
What are you doing? Be careful.
Sorry. Hi.
Careful! I think it's back. Keep your eyes peeled.
Oop.
Okay, so the thing that I experienced. You crashed, didn't you?
No. The stream was kind of doing a bit of TISM, so I switched location.
You left as soon as I heard. I think the thing.
Overbearing.
Yeah, it basically
You left the moment I heard like a big bang.
Confusing.
I'm thinking the thing broke the water.
A good punch.
I don't know. That's still here. Okay, so
Yeah. I do think they should be its own category. The only thing that I think is keeping that from becoming more common is, one, people don't think about it that much, and two, I think people are too attached to the concept that there is a certain prestige in being considered a video game. I think video game in itself is...
I mean, that's why I consider walking simulators visual novels. And it's like, it's technically like it's more trying to tell a story through the medium.
I think if you're gonna categorize them, maybe you shouldn't categorize them that way.
The tower, and the dock, and the welcome center.
What tower? What are you talking about?
This place is in ruins. All the cameras show static. It's so strange.
Wait, I guess I went in a circle and I didn't even realize it. Yeah, continue. Yeah, prestige about a video game.
I think what you just said, that they are doing the bare minimum, I think is one of the reasons why people are so hesitant about calling a visual novel anything else than a video game, because the implication of saying it's doing the bare minimum sounds degrading. And there are quote unquote walking simulators and visual novels that are, genuinely good.
Yeah, like Ace Attorney is considered a visual novel.
Yeah,
A lot of people,
exactly.
a lot of people really
Would you
love
say that?
Ace Attorney.
Hmm?
I said a lot of people really love Ace Attorney.
Yeah, exactly. So would you say that Ace Attorney is quote unquote doing the bare minimum?
No, because they're adding like like puzzles and all that to it. So it's at least changing up how it's being presented.
So if it weren't for the gameplay, would
Just
you
check the
consider
screen.
that Ace
Yes, look for
Attorney is
anything about
would
the
be
Ark.
worse?
Um, ultimately, what I consider to be like a good visual novel or walking simulator would be how good the story is. So that's basically how I would grade the metric.
That seems fair because, like, say for example, just in a hypothetical that every single game element of your Ace Attorney game just sucked like really really badly. Like the puzzles would be too easy or completely unintuitive or something like that. Would you consider them then as gameplay additions to make it more of a video game?
If they were bad, I would for Ace Attorney specifically, I would judge it under two criteria. Like as a video game, I would think it sucks, but as a visual novel, I would still think it's good because the Ace Attorney plot, the various Ace Attorney plots, they're up and down. Like some are good, some are bad. It just depends on the story and setting, characters.
The main thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get away from anything specific because I want to talk in general, like the general classifications. And with my hypothetical, would I consider it more of a video game? Yes. But I think that highlights the problem that being quote unquote more of a video game doesn't mean you have more quality.
Yeah, that's true.
So for example, Dragon Age: The Veilguard is like a current hot topic video game. It
Yeah.
is definitely more of a
This
video
is what's
game
inside the
in
Ark.
terms of
Yes,
mechanics
that's some
than
early renders of
what
the
I
world
would
inside.
classify Soma
It's a
as,
whole lot
but I
comfier than
would
this
take
place.
Soma over Dragon Age Veilguard any day of the week.
Because it has a it's better. Would it be better writing or better story or better atmosphere or something like that? Or just
The thing,
the whole picture?
the thing about that is, um, I tend to judge all kinds of media not just based on what it is, but what it is trying to be. Like, say for example, you wanted to make a game about just make a game about throwing a ball into a hoop, and that's all it is. It's like a simple 3D model test or some shit. Like,
Okay.
would I consider it great? No. But would I consider it bad? No. Because for
Because
what it is
it's
trying to
what it was
be, it
trying
is
to do.
functional and it is achieving what it is. Dragon Age the Veilguard fails in what it is because it is trying to be more than it currently is. Meanwhile, Soma is trying to be less, but it is being better at the things that it's trying to be, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes complete sense. It's kind of like how I review fan fiction. Like I judge it by like what it is trying to do as well as what it is, and try and separate them as much as I can. Which
And maybe add in an element of what I think it ought to be, but that's like a really subjective category
yeah,
because saying like, oh, this doesn't this doesn't appeal to me because I think it should have been something else. Like, unless I can make a compelling argument for something, wasting a lot of its potential, like I, and even then, wasted potential is still quite subjective. So yeah, I am not like that is one of the weakest criticisms that I can bestow essentially on a piece of media. So to take this back to the classification of walking simulator versus video game, yes, I do think they should get their own separate labels, but I don't think those labels should be signifiers of quality. I think we as gamers should get on, destigmatizing the term walking simulators, because I think what is happening is that walking simulators have been sort of colonized by people who wanted to make a video game in order to tell a story. But we have had so many that are telling terrible stories that we have essentially
Stereotypes.
associated. Right. We've associated walking simulators with laziness and with bad storytelling. And it's sort of like what happened with I think shooters would be a good example, like how military shooters have been sort of stereotyped to be like sort of right-wing racist fan fiction about going to different countries and shooting people who are different than you. And then something like Spec Ops: The Line comes along and shows you that this genre can be done right. And I think that's what's happening. We're essentially in a transitionary period in which these have not the walking simulators have not found their stride. Essentially, they haven't been accepted as an art form yet.
I found a tracker homed in on the Ark.
Oh, that's clever. I wonder if I thought of that. Does it still work? I really need to know what happened to it.
I think so. It's doing something at least.
Where is it?
Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Please let it be safe.
Okay, so this is Atlantic, right? Probably not. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to agree with everything.
Which is kind of ironic if you think about it, since video games have struggled so long for acceptance of becoming like a legitimate art form, and these days, aside from the most out of touch people who have never held a controller in their life, everyone basically concedes that video games are an art form.
Yeah.
And that video gamers would then turn around and say, no, walking simulators are not a legitimate art form. We're like, so walking simulators, no, they're not video games, but they're a legitimate art form.
That's fair. Okay, so it's in Tau, so I have to here. It's the biggest area. Yes.
I found it. It's at a site named Tau.
Oh, no, it's on Earth. It's so close to Phi, they almost made it. Damn it, it won't make it for long in that state. A couple of decades at most. That's not much to build a future.
If we got to it, could we get on the Ark?
I suppose, but I'm not exactly flexible at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, it's.
I'll take us there. I can move, jump, swim, sort of. You're stuck in the door opener, the Omni tool. I'll just carry you there and you'll show me what to do.
That sounds really risky. Besides, I don't like the idea of you carrying me around.
Come on, Catherine. This is what you wanted to do. Your final mission. Let's launch the Ark.
We would need to find a way to get into the Abyss. Can't take the climber without a power suit. We probably have to go to Theta and pray that Dunbat's still working.
Dunbat?
So we go to Theta.
I don't know, it's pretty far.
Catherine, look around. What else is there to do? You know what? I found a sunken vessel just outside. Bet that could take us to Theta.
Really?
Didn't look completely out of action. It even lit up a little when I tried the Omni tool on it.
Okay then, let's have a look. I'll just eject from this thing. Don't forget to take me with you.
Okay.
The jump of joy.
The jump of joy.
Don't forget to take me along. The Omniture.
Yeah, I just want to see what this is. Okay. Oops, wrong way. So yeah,
Can I pull the Omni tool out?
Wait. Okay, just be sure to plug me in again at some point.
You
okay.
got it.
Good luck, Simon.
So yeah, I do think that it's just very ironic that I consider like you have to judge walking simulators on like different merits because like you can't judge them on gameplay because they're walking simulators. You're not gonna walk that much. But I do think you should try to judge them more on the story that they're trying to tell, and they should be their own thing. They should. I have no idea where the fucking go. I have to agree 100% on what you said, dude. It's just so oh wait, no, it's so ironic that that uh, oh I have to go back outside. That it's like its own that people think it's just really like it's
That people aren't accepting of it.
yeah simply because it's trying to tell a story rather than show gameplay. Full gameplay.
No, I don't think that's the issue. I think it is again it is the mislabeling. Like you labeled it as a video game, but it contains no gameplay, and that's because I don't think there's an acceptable term that games can be labeled as, that walking simulators can be labeled as without, being essentially marketing poison.
Okay, that is
What? What is this? Curie Emergency Vessel
yeah,
4.
that's a good point.
Hey, Simon, can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you get this thing running?
Hang on, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, what would you what? I mean, you can go with visual novel, but that wouldn't really work.
Simon, it's dead.
With a shot.
Visual novels
Curie.
are something entirely different
Yeah.
from like walking simulators, I'd say.
Yeah, that's why I said it
Maybe
wouldn't
find a
work.
vessel like this one inside.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll just save the security information and update the Omni tool. There. Should help you get around.
Great.
I don't know. I don't know, honestly.
Like maybe call it an interactive story.
That could work.
Like I'm sure there will be a name for it. Simply
Eventually.
because I don't think this genre is going to die. Simply because, I mean, let's be fucking real. Walking simulators are much easier to create than proper video games. They just are.
Yeah, they are much easier, but then you have to like again we have to judge them on like different merits and all that.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things. That's one of the things that I wanted to. What was going to be my point is the genre is not going anywhere simply because it is so easy to create that people are going to keep creating them simply because it is profitable to create them.
Yeah, it's easy, it's safe, it's cheap.
Exactly. Easy, safe, cheap, and as long as the story is good, people are going to buy it.
Yeah. That's why Doki Doki is considered like really good. It's like it's quite literally a good story. it's a little meta at times,
Yeah,
but
with like decent meta elements.
especially with
I do hope there someday is going to be a game that takes the meta element further. And I actually wanted to, I actually was thinking about creating that game myself.
but you don't have the
But
skills or the money. You don't have the skill or the money.
yeah, exactly. Like maybe creating a visual novel akin to the Literature Club, maybe. But yeah, that aside, the thing is that because visual novels and walking simulators are as easy to produce, they're going to keep existing as a genre, and eventually there will be a nomenclature that will exist to distinguish themselves from video games. Um,
Okay, that thing's starting to get just annoying rather than scary. So you're saying?
oh, yeah, I was basically finished. The fact that walking simulators and visual novels are going to continue existing means that eventually we will come up with a term that they can market themselves as.
That's not a stereotype or comes with bad connotations.
Exactly. It's
That's a fair
probably going to
point.
take a while because, change is slow to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, how long did it take for video games to be accepted as like an art form and not as like a term that is going to be derogatory?
I would say probably the first video game I think was like 1960s. Um, probably like 60 years. No, 50 about 50 years or so.
I don't think it's going to take nearly that long, simply because we live in the information age and information can be disseminated and shared much more readily and is shared much more readily.
Well,
Like
you
pages
asked me
that take like,
how long it took video games. I was guessing like how long it would take.
oh no, I don't. Also, I wouldn't count like the first few decades of that. Like I would start counting at the 80s, like where video games really hit their stride and were like
So like the first boom.
more culturally prevalent, you know?
Yeah, so like the first video game boom.
Yeah, I would start like at the time when like the first console generation came around that.
Okay,
You know,
so before the crash or after the crash?
I think after the crash, simply because the crash acted sort of as like a reset for the industry.
Okay, that's yeah. I could okay. So probably so it'd be 19. This would be like 1985, 1985, 86. Probably.
And I'd say video games became sort of culturally accepted around like um mid to early 2000s. So that's like what, 15 years?
That'd be about 15, 20 years if you stretch it.
Yeah.
And it didn't become an art, and even like in the 2000s, they weren't considered an art form until I think like actually I think it was Mass Effect that got that conversation rolling. I think it was.
But yeah, with visual novels and with walking simulators, all it takes is basically one standout title in order to get them those accolades. I wouldn't say we've had that one yet. Like Soma is definitely one of them.
Doki Doki would be
Soma
another
is
one.
yeah,
No, wait, Doki Doki is a visual novel, not a walking
yeah,
simulator.
yeah. That's I'm lumping in walking simulators and visual novels because I think they're two distinct separate categories from each other. They're essentially offshoots of video games that aren't video games in and of themselves.
Okay. So, I have a feeling this guy's Oh.
Alright, we're in. Let's find a working escape vessel.
I was expecting to go up that ladder. Shuttle. Okay,
Maybe you
so
can smash that window?
thinking of it. I don't know if I can pick anything up. Oh wait, yeah, they're here.
Fuck.
If I, let me in! Let me in! So yeah, so what would be like visual, like really well-known visual novels and all walking simulators? SOMA and would Amnesia count?
I'd say so.
Okay, so Amnesia, SOMA, which are done by the same people.
Yeah,
There's that fucker again.
In the distance, I can see land. According to navigation, it's Lisbon, the coast of Portugal. Any signs of life? Over.
Yeah, so SOMA, Amnesia, Doki Doki,
They're reaching all the way into
the Ace Attorney games?
yeah, you could say the Ace Attorney games.
massive firestorm covering the continent.
Yeah, the Ace Attorney games are like a really gray area because they do have like actual gameplay. But yeah, they do cover that. What's that? What are the when they cry games? I heard those. I heard those were like really big visual novels. Yeah, let's see what this thing is. Oh my god, this thing's just gonna be an annoyance, is he? So, okay, so at least this thing's not gonna attack me. It's just gonna be really fucking annoying. Okay. Because I'm trying to figure out
You
where...
turned off the damage.
I turned off the damage, so...
Of course, all it can do is annoy you.
Yeah, it's just gonna annoy me. There you go. Oh, wait, is this... Wait, am I supposed to follow it? That'd be interesting if I have to actually follow this thing. They'll never find me in here. Sorry, I saw the window. Let's see. No. No. Locked. Locked. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. See Jackman. Wait. Toby Toby McFryer. Tobey McFryer is Cyclops. Okay. Okay, any idea where I'm supposed to go?
I mean, there was one of those sucky things at the computer that you didn't touch.
Oh, right. Right. I gotta go back. Bet you that thing's still. I didn't think I'd have to. Oh, that's creepy.
See, that did something.
Okay. Okay. No. No.
No, that's just a flipped over bed.
There's a flipped over bed. Here. No. 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 You know what? I got a weapon. I can smack it with this. Let's see.
That's just a box.
And who knows? Maybe he'll be mildly convenienced. Maybe throwing the box will summon the box ghost. Ah! Came out of this door. So oh my god, I feel like I'm missing something. Ah! Did I just die?
Got knocked out.
Oh. That's funny. Get up to self. Don't throw a chair at it. Don't throw a chair at it. Problem is, now I gotta figure out. Yeah, it's right here. Yes, move out of the way. Alright. Somewhere in here. Oh, here's something. There's some. No. Okay. And. Fuck!
The Stanley Parable. Completely forgot about that.
Ah, yeah, Stanley Parable. Yeah, that is a walking simulator.
Though, would you say that that choice is a gameplay element? Like choice in and of itself.
I don't know.
The problem you have with defining choice as a gameplay element is that by that logic, you could define any walking simulator as a video game simply by the metric that you can choose to go back. You can choose to stand still.
Yeah, that is true.
And having the metric of quote unquote meaningful choice also doesn't work because it is a meaningful choice to just stand still and
Son of
not
a
play the
bitch!
game and or you know go back. That is a meaningful choice
Yeah, it is.
because it has an influence on your progress, in what direction you progress.
Yeah, meanwhile, with something like Doki Doki, it doesn't matter what choice you make, because they're
Yeah,
all
because in the end you can't date any of them.
yeah.
That's the point. The point is that you don't have a choice. Because the whole thing about that game is that the concept of choice is sort of an artificial concept.
Get out of here!
That's that's the whole cosmic horror element of of the um
Of
of the
Monica.
game. The deterministic that determinism sort of makes you just like them.
Okay, this is just getting annoying. I don't know.
Pitch black with smoke. The ocean is dark. Incredibly dark. In the distance, I can see land. According to navigation, it's Lisbon, the coast of Portugal. Any signs of life? Over. Hopper, it's on fire. Everything is on fire. The flames, they're reaching all the way into the sky. It's unreal.
There has to be something. Like, no. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I didn't even notice this. I'm so stupid. Get out of here. So long, fuck guys. Okay. Emergency shuttle.
This is an emergency.
Yeah. Big ol' emergency. Son of a bitch! Okay, so let's just go in here.
Huh? What? Oh, you made it. This is much better. Let's see if we can't get this thing moving. Wait, what? Safety locks are blocking the vessel's release. Are you kidding? How much more of an emergency could this ship be in? It's on the bottom of the sea. Take a look at the engine room and see if you can figure it out. Maybe there's an override or something.
So I have to go in that other
There's
room. Alright.
monsters out there, like the ones we saw at Lambda.
The more reason to get going.
What?
Come on, you know the drill. Don't look at them or get too close. It'll mess with your circuits.
Oh, shit.
We need to get out of here.
I know. I'm going.
Something is stabilizing the ship. We need to let it know this is an emergency.
Okay.
Attention crew, this is your captain speaking. The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed. Impact is imminent.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Attention crew, this is your captain speaking. The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed.
Yeah.
Impact is imminent.
No.
The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed. Impact is imminent.
Is there a way through here? Oh no, wait, no, the ship's wait, what? Oh,
The
Hmm?
final efforts to stop
is the ship on its
have
side, or is it like,
failed.
what the hell is this geometry?
Is imminent.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, you gotta be right there. There you are. Okay. You got it, you. Okay.
Curie is safe while submerged. The crew, what's left of it, is doing okay. For the rest of the world, there's no good way to describe it. The destruction is absolute. The surface is just gone.
Hmm. Okay.
Curie is safe while submerged. The crew, what's left of it, is doing okay. For the rest of the world, there's no good way to describe it. The destruction is absolute.
Eeny, meeny, miny, this way.
Choice.
Nice, okay, let's see what's... I swear to God, I'm almost expecting, like, to open the door and the thing's on the other side just waiting to jump scare me. Poor form, Soma. Poor form.
What, jump scares?
Not a fan of them.
Hmm.
I just think they're cheap. I think it's a cheap way to scare people.
I think they can be cheap. But I also think they can be done well.
That's true. So what? This one. Hey, say auto save. So yeah, I'm in the right spot. Uh. Do I have to? Okay. I have to unplug all these.
Just randomly start pulling all the cables. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Reactor collapse imminent. Proceed to the emergency buildings.
Ah, okay, now I get it.
Run.
Basically, you had to pull out the cables in order to stimulate an emergency so that the shuttle would be.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh shit.
Except you didn't simulate the emergency; you just caused the emergency.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. Out of here. Out of here. Come on.
Okay, I'm in.
Let's get the hell out of here.
It's taking so long.
We need to pump all the water out before we take off.
Can't you do it any faster?
I'm almost there.
I'm ready. I'm ready to fight that guy. He just shows up right here. And I throw hands.
Can you steer this thing?
Starboard rudder is choky, but I can compensate.
How do you even know what direction we're going in?
Don't worry, I'm hooked up to the navigator. We're headed for Theta. Should be a matter of minutes.
I thought I was done for back there.
Seems like the WoW is keeping the Curie from going into a catastrophic failure state. I mean, how did it get on the ship?
Oh
Are you
wow.
talking about the black tentacles in the engine room? I've seen them before at Upsilon. What are they?
They're a
WoW?
manifestation of a malfunctioning station-wide artificial intelligence called the WoW.
Station-wide? So we just made a powerful enemy.
No, it's not like that. The AI isn't a persona. It doesn't feel or think like we do. It's more like a cancer.
Was that the ship?
Looks like your sabotage worked better than expected. Brace for impact!
Huh?
Hold on, the blast just pushed us off the plateau!
What does that mean?
If I don't hit Delta, we're dead.
Please remain seated.
Can I just stand up? Stand up, please.
I'll never get this open.
Die! Is it the...
It's probably one of those helper bots.
Oh, hi there! It's you again! Aw, thank you. You came to save me. No, hey, maybe I should...
Oh, hey, little guy.
Defendants.
Didn't expect to see you again. Don't worry, Kath. I'll find a way to Theta.